Hey, it's Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we have another new artist alert for the channel. Yes, we're headed all the way back to 1973 to listen to Remember the Future, Part 1 by English progressive rock band Nektar. And this one comes courtesy of my amazing supporter here and over on Patreon, Rob Heckman. So thank you so much, Rob, for all your support and for leading me to this band. They've been on my list, so thank you for taking them off of my index card and onto my channel. Alright, this is the full side 1 of the album titled Remember the Future, their 4th studio album, a concept album that is their highest charting album, reaching number 19 in the US. Side 1 is divided into 4 sections titled Images of the Past, Wheel of Time, Remember the Future, and Confusion. The album tells a story of a blind boy who encounters an alien being named Bluebird, who shares visions of humanity's past and future. He guides the boy with his ancient wisdom through a path to profound enlightenment. Wow, sounds interesting. I know it's going to be amazing. Let's check it out. So smooth.
Take a trip back in time. Life evolving, growing higher. Not just space, the bluebird sees. In the sea, a new domain.
Nice little valley. once again. There went my score. What a journey, it's not even over. Fade in drums, interesting. More organ. Really? Wow. I see. I see, Nektar. And I see why you, Rob, chose this one as my first introduction to this band. I'm sure I've never heard anything from them. Heard the name a lot since I started this channel. Great song. But then around the halfway mark, got superb, kept getting better. I love the second half the best. Just everything increasing, dynamics, emotion, my love for the song. Wow, what a ride that was. I mean, how many styles were there? How many vibes? How many emotions? Incredible stuff. It was a long song, but I didn't know quite what to expect. Boy, did they deliver, and more. All the way back to the beginning. This ancient, mystic, mythical opening. I'm like, okay, we're headed there. I like what I'm hearing. Didn't last too long, but it was beautiful. And then the funk arrived. My jaw was, not literally dropping, but in my mind it was dropping because, what a change from that opening to the funk. And then, the intensity just started increasing from there. The energy increasing from that moment on. Yes, some great peaks and valleys, but tons of energy, tons of beautiful instrumentation. And this is only side one. So much greatness right from the first part A, I guess we'll call it. That just shows you what a great song it was, because, it was great in the beginning, even better later on. The funk was kind of smooth sailing type of funk, coasting. I love that feeling. It gave me many of the feelings that I love. Yes, so many of the boxes checked off here. The things that I have come to expect, from all my discoveries on this channel. Amazing rock harmonies. Loved all the vocals. We'll talk more about the lead singer. Great bass lines. They were doing some really interesting things. I was zoning in. I couldn't help but zone in on all that great bass work. So thank you so much, Derek Moore, for all that incredible bass. The guitars, clearly one of the biggest, brightest stars of this whole side one. They were doing so much. Is it only one guitarist? That's hard to believe. I think it is. The lead singer, Roy Albrighton, if I'm saying it right. Incredible stuff. Through and through. I think I pretty much figured out where the four sections were, when each one ended, when each one began. I think we're transitioning into the second part because we slow down. No more vocals for a while. Just beautiful guitars shining. Multiple guitars. Beautiful tones, very uplifting in that section and so many other sections of the song. Then it gets even slower. Okay, love that part. I don't remember so much, of course, but I remember just loving everything in its own different ways and loving some more than others. In that section, I was hearing the Doobie Brothers for sure. I love that influence. I adore that band. Some similarities here. This section and others later were very reflective. Of course, I love that. Back to the guitars, Roy's guitars. Wow. I loved all the different electric guitar tones. I know there were multiple lines, multiple greatness going on. Wow. I loved the changes in tempo in the song, changes in vibes, the ever-changing dynamics. That aspect really helped lend to the big storytelling vibe of this album. Incredible work. I think we're still in the second part, the section where they were singing Ooh. Was it Who Made You, Who Made Me? I can't read my chicken scratch. What else is new? But that part was beautiful. Such a passionate vocal delivery. Lots of versatility in his vocals. Wow. Memorable riffs in this section and others. Again, I think I just kept falling deeper in love as each new section came. Incredible. Made a perfect journey for me. Yeah, Roy's lead vocals, incredible, dynamic in and of themselves. His voice is perfect for this kind of music. I don't know if he's the only lead singer or if they've had others in their career, but I'll have to do more research on that. Then we head into the third section, a whole new musical vibe. Again, loved it even deeper. I was getting like 70s ballad vibes. I adore that genre. And at that point, I'm realizing how much the instrumentation is just weaving this beautiful tapestry of sound in each section in different ways. A mark of true masters, true artists. Yeah, section 3 was the most emotional for me. Pretty certain about that, No tears falling, but watery eyes. And that alone is a big gift whenever I get that, because it shows that the music is truly moving me. And then I think at this point, we're going into the final section. I fell in love instantly with those descending guitar riffs, do-do-do-do-do, up and down the scale. Very cool. And then this kind of evocative, almost spooky organ comes in. These spooky, interesting melodies, very unique. I was just being fully delighted by them, by the instrumentation, by the melodies. And I think at this point, I started getting hypnotized. You know what I'm talking about. Many hypnotic moments in this section. I love the next section where everything drops out. We just get a guitar-only little break for a while. Not too long. Great stuff. Really interesting how the other instruments kind of fade in. First the drums, I think. The organ, everything else. Felt like, energy just coming in and slowly building to that grand finale. And boy, was it a grand finale. Yeah, the next treat arrives, that crazy spacey electric guitar on the left. Wow, really interesting processing, so evocative, so bold. Then this killer electric guitar solo. I love that. It was one of those tearing, carving into my soul type of guitar solos that literally take hold of you and take you with them, with what it's doing, with its melodies. Very intense, perfectly processed. I loved it. And from then on, just intensity through the roof, through the clouds, into the cosmos. Wow. I got a bit of the song Echoes by Pink Floyd, of course, in that final guitar at the end. Really, really nice. Some Echoes vibes, slow, mysterious, kind of dark, probably echoey, spacey. Loved it all. What a long, complete journey. Again, filled with those twists and turns that I loved. And it was all weaved together perfectly, like I mentioned. A perfect, paintings, more than a painting, a perfect movie in my head, in my ears. Incredible stuff. And that's only side 1. I can only imagine what side 2 is going to bring. And I definitely will be reacting to side 2 here on YouTube in the not too distant future. But for now, wow, incredible. What an introduction for me to Nektar. This one's getting the Double Epic Platinum Record Award. Absolutely, without a doubt. For Remember the Future, Part 1 by Nektar, 1973. Wow. And thank you so very much for this incredible ride. Roy Albrighton, Alan Freeman, Derek Moore, Ron Howden, Mick Brockett, and of course, Rob Heckman. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. If you wish to chat about this glorious suite, I would love to know what you think. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.